Here's the Chiva interface. You might be familiar with this. It's your standard chat interface that allows you to speak naturally and using natural language to interact with Chiva. You can start by going through any one of the prompts, or you can simply talk to it naturally about what's going on with you.
Welcome to your EMDR self-directed session. Let's start by focusing on the key issue or memory you'd like to work on today. Take a moment to think about the initial trigger or situation that brings up difficult feelings for you. When was the earliest time you remember experiencing this? How old were you then? Let me know when you're ready to continue.
Today I'm feeling overwhelmed with stress about investors I will soon be pitching to, and not thinking that I'm worthy of investing in. I'm triggered by thoughts of only rejection being the result.
Thank you for sharing. Let's take a moment to ground yourself before we continue. Please take 3 deep breaths, counting in for 4 seconds and out for 6 seconds. I'll guide you. 1, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat that 2 more times. When you're ready, let's move on to the next step. What is the worst part of this fear of rejection? Can you visualize it as a frozen image, like a snapshot? Let me know what comes up for you.
Okay, let's do the breathing to start. In for 4, out for 6. Again. After you take a moment to do those deep cleansing breaths, you can continue. The worst part of the fear is that I'm not good enough for them. That somehow my background or preparation is essentially lacking from not knowing secrets or having the right connections. I have the image of failing standardized tests in my school.
Thank you for sharing that. It sounds like there's a connection between the fear of rejection by investors and earlier experiences of feeling inadequate or unprepared, like in school with the standardized tests. Let's identify your current level of distress. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being no distress at all and 10 being the highest level of distress, how intense is this feeling of not being good enough right now? Also, where do you feel this distress in your body?
So right now I'm taking a moment to check in with myself to see how distressed I am. That's my SUDs level. 0 being not stressed at all and 10 being, well, almost inconsolable. That would be a panic attack level. And I'm also going to do a body scan to check in with my body to see where I'm feeling most activation. In other words, where these memories might be stored. My SEDS level is at a 7, the more I think about it. And I feel it right around here in my face.
Thank you for identifying that. A SUDS level of 7 is significant, and feeling it in your face shows that this stress is manifesting physically too. We're going to begin processing this step by step. Let's begin some EMDR-style bilateral stimulation. You can do this by tapping alternately on your knees or shoulders, or even by visually moving your eyes from left to right. Start the tapping or eye movement for about 10 seconds as I count. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now take a deep breath. What came up for you during the tapping? Any thoughts, feelings, or shifts in your body?
This is where you take a moment to yourself and you do bilateral stimulation. I'm going to go with shifting my eyes using my fingers. After doing the bilateral stimulation, be sure to take a deep cleansing breath to reset yourself before you dive into what came up. What came up was the overwhelm of those tests that I had not been taught anything about in terms of its contents or its secrets. Also, there was a sense of boredom and mind fog my brain experienced the moment those tests began. It was like being pushed into a void.
It sounds like there's a strong sense of being unprepared or caught off guard, along with the mental fog that makes it hard to engage fully in those moments. That void feeling you described may be linked to the fear of not having the right knowledge or connections, which is now resurfacing in your concerns about pitching to investors. Let's continue processing. We'll do another round of bilateral stimulation. Again, move your eyes from side to side for about 10 seconds.
Okay, so now we'll do the stimulation. We'll also keep in mind what came up and see where our mind goes without trying to control it or repress it, just allowing the thoughts to come freely.
Take another deep breath. Now, as you reflect on the overwhelm and the void, what thoughts or feelings are coming up? Are they shifting in any way?
So what came up there for me is that I just wanted to go home and hide.
Thank you for being open about that. The urge to go home and hide likely reflects a deep desire for safety and retreat when things feel overwhelming and out of control. Let's start working on reframing these negative beliefs. Based on what you've shared, it seems like a core belief might be, I am not good enough, or I don't know enough. These beliefs can be deeply ingrained. Using the list of negative and positive beliefs, let's challenge this. One possible positive belief might be, I am capable of learning and adapting, or I am enough just as I am. Do any of these positive beliefs resonate with you, or would you like to choose a different one? Let's find a reframe that feels right to you.
Considering the fact that I'm a lifelong learner and constantly upskilling and keeping my knowledge up to date while exploring new topics, I think what I need to believe is that I'm enough just as I am, because I already know that I'm capable of learning and adapting. But I need something else. I need to know that I'm enough.
That's a powerful and affirming belief, especially given your commitment to learning and growing. I am enough just as I am acknowledges both your strengths and your ability to adapt without the need for external validation. Let's reinforce this belief now. As we do another round of bilateral stimulation, repeat this positive belief to yourself. I am enough, just as I am. Begin tapping or eye movements, and as you do, say this belief in your mind or out loud if you feel comfortable. deep breath. How does that feel? Does the new belief resonate with you, or is there any resistance? Let me know what came up.
Again, no need to feel rushed. Get the information, take a deep breath, and then take your time. This time, I'm going to go with butterfly tapping, because this is something I really want to tap into my body, and I really want my brain to understand. I am enough, just the way I am. To say it again. I am enough, just the way I am. That feels true. It feels like it can be true, at least. It resonates with me, and I don't feel any resistance to the installment of that idea. That I am enough, just as I am.
That's wonderful to hear. The fact that it resonates without resistance is a great sign that this positive belief is aligning with your core self. Now, let's check in with your distress level. On a scale from 0 to 10, where do you feel your SUDS level is now after reinforcing I am enough just as I am? Also, do you notice any shifts in the feeling you had in your face earlier?
My SUDS level is now at about a 4. It's gone down from 7. My face still feels a bit tense, but I still feel like it's shifted. It's moved from the whole of my face to around my jaw, mouth area. Almost like I want to grind my teeth.
You're making significant progress. Moving from a 7 to a 4 is a great reduction in distress. It's also interesting that the tension has shifted to your teeth, which might suggest that you're still holding on to some of that stress. Let's address this residual tension. We'll do another round of bilateral stimulation, focusing on relaxing the tension in your face and jaw. As we do this, keep repeating, I am enough just as I am. Imagine this belief dissolving the stress you're holding in your face and teeth. Begin your tapping or eye movements for 10 seconds. Take another deep breath. How do you feel now, both in terms of your SUDS level and the physical tension in your face and teeth?
Right? Do another round of stimulation. I am enough, just as I am. I'm enough, just as I am. This time, I'm going to do leg tapping. I just feel like I need something stern in this moment. Less focus on the movement of my hands and more on getting it tapped in. I am enough just as I am. am enough, just as I am. My mouth is chill now. There's no more tension. Wow, it's amazing what a couple of rounds can do. And my SUDS level has dropped to a 2.
That's fantastic. You've done some great work today. Bringing your SUDS level down to 2 and releasing the tension from your mouth is a big achievement. It sounds like you're really integrating the belief that you are enough and on a journey to find those who see your value. Let's wrap things up by putting this session away. Imagine a strong, sturdy mental container, something that feels secure to you. Visualize placing all the work we've done today into this container for safekeeping, knowing you can access it whenever you need. We'll do 3 rounds of bilateral stimulation for 15 seconds each to help put it all away.
For this part, to close up the session, what you'll do is you'll imagine your container. This is work that you'll set up in the beginning of your initial phase of EMDR. Once you have your container visualization set, this is the part where we're going to bring it up and use it. You're going to visualize your container, close your eyes, imagine how strong and sturdy it is and how it can hold and lock away all that has come up in today's session. You don't have to deal with it anymore. It's no longer for the conscious mind to deal with, but the unconscious or subconscious mind to process. Everything is going to be moved from our amygdala to our prefrontal cortex. When you're ready, you can do butterfly tapping or leg tapping to close up the session. So you imagine the container and putting everything that came up today into that container. I'm imagining my container and how strong and how it can hold anything I put into it. It does not leak, it does not burst. I'm going to do another round, putting everything away in this container. Starting to full pull away, but I feel like there's some left, so I'm going to do another round. There it is. It's all put away now.
That's wonderful. You've done great work today, and it's all securely put away. Now take some time to celebrate your progress and do something that makes you feel good, whether it's something relaxing or enjoyable. Before we finish, I'll prepare a summary of today's session, including your initial trigger, SUDs levels, and the positive reframing. You can save it for your own reflection or share it with a therapist if you'd like.
And that's it. Our session is done. What's wonderful about Shiva is that at the end of your session, it gives you notes. It's a summary of what came up and what was dealt with and how you overcame it. This is something that you can now share with your therapist so that they can add to their notes and keep it safe and locked away. This is not something that you need to readdress. It's just for tracking your progress when working with your therapist. Chiva will also produce an email for you that you can simply copy and paste, or soon just click and send direct to your therapist. Do something, one thing that's going to make you feel good. This is part of the healing process. Linking the hard work that you've done today with something positive, something that makes you feel alive. It could be taking a walk. It could be watching a comedy, having ice cream, or playing with your kids. Whatever's going to make you feel good. For me, it's going to be ice cream. That's my guilty pleasure. Otherwise, I'd go for a nice long drive. But I've got work to do, so I'm going to have my ice cream for lunch and get back to work. Thanks for hanging out with Chiva and going through this product demo with me. Happy healing to you. Anytime, anywhere with Chiva.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. If you ever need support again, feel free to reach out. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your day. Shiva guided EMDR therapy session concluded.